You guys ready to do this? On behalf of the Lee County Sheriff's Office and the Lee County School Board, good afternoon and welcome to our September 2024 Do the Right Thing ceremony. I'm Tony Shaw. I'm the director of the Do the Right Thing program. Thank you for joining us live here inside the school board chambers. And for those of you watching us on the Lee County School District's YouTube channel, we're so delighted that you're with us because we have some rock stars behind us and we're going to tell you their stories today. But before we get started, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. That's going to be led by LaDaria Brown.
Do I start now?
Yep.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Thank you, LaDaria. Great job. All right, I want to begin today's ceremony by acknowledging the school board of Lee County. The board chair is Sam Fisher. He represents District 1. Vice chair is Jada Langford Fleming, who represents District 6. Melissa Giovanelli represents District 2. Chris Patrica represents District 3. Debbie Jordan represents District 4. Armor Persons with District 5, and Kathleen Morgan represents District 7. Also, our superintendent is Dr. Ken Savage. We appreciate all the school board and Dr. Savage does for Do the Right Thing. Let's have a round of applause for the school board and Dr. Savage. And representing the Sheriff's Office today, to my right, he will be helping hand out the awards and trophies, is Captain Bernie Faccialonga. He's with our Youth Services Division. Captain Faccialonga supervises the school resource officers who are in all of our schools, keeping all of our children safe. Let's have a round of applause for Captain Faccialonga. And we have some personnel. They're wearing white shirts today. They're volunteers with the Lee County Sheriff's Office Civilian Support Unit. They are the ones that make sure everybody gets seated, that everybody gets their programs, and they set up the room and they tear it down. And those helping us today are Rich Catania, Norman Linda Parker, Judy Frenny, John Beans, and Amy Wilson. Let's have a round of applause for our Civilian Support Unit. And also with the Lee County School District, Dave Alexander, Adam Wright, Adam Hodjost, and Riley Spicker are with the Lee County School District. They are working the cameras today, the sound, and the lighting. And they're also live streaming this ceremony, as we mentioned, on the school district's YouTube channel. So thank you to Dave, Adam, and Riley. Just a minute ago, I mentioned our school board. We are delighted that school board chair Sam Fisher is joining us today. Board member Fisher was elected to the school board in November of 2022. School board Fisher is a small business owner. He's an attorney. And most importantly, he's a husband and a father. And he currently has 3 children attending Lee County Public Schools right now. Let's have a warm welcome for school board chair Sam Fisher.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, kids. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing, because it's not always easy to do that. So make sure you give yourselves a round of applause right now. Come on. Now, what I also want you to do, kids, is make sure, look for your family, your friends, and your mentors in the audience, and look at them right now, and please give them a round of applause for being here to support you. Thank you so much, and keep doing the right thing.
Thank you, Sam Fisher. I'd like to mention that the support from the business community that we get for Do the Right Thing is second to none. Do the Right Thing does not use taxpayer money to fund the program. Rather, it's funded by generous donations from local businesses, organizations, and community groups. Without them, we would not be able to honor the star pupils that you see behind me today. Our principal sponsors are Lee County Electric Cooperative, or LCEC, and Alliance Financial Group. How about a nice thank you for LCEC and Alliance Financial Group? Now, if you had a chance to look in the backpack that your students earned today, there are letters from local dignitaries thanking them for their wise choices and community spirit. One of those dignitaries is Senator Marco Rubio, who has represented Florida in the U.S. Senate since 2011. Senator Rubio is a huge supporter of Do the Right Thing, and joining us today to share a few words with our winners and their parents is Senator Rubio's Southwest Regional Director, London Rotundo. Let's have a nice welcome for London Rotundo.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Senator Marco Rubio to congratulate each and every one of you for doing the right thing. You know, as you grow up and get older, you're going to realize that there's going to be so many different avenues to do the right thing. You're going to have choices throughout your life to go down the right path or the wrong path, and you folks are already taking charge to make sure that you go down on the right path. So congratulations. I also want to congratulate the parents. It's because of your leadership and your guidance that your children are already doing the right thing, and I encourage each and every one of you to continue with that path. So again, congratulations on behalf of Senator Rubio. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, London Rotundo, and Senator Marco Rubio's office for all you do. Well, it is time now to honor the students behind me, our September 2024 Do the Right Thing winners. Is Daisy here? All right, our first winner is not here yet, so we will honor her at her school with a private ceremony. So let's bring up Camilla Lopez. Let's have a round of applause for Camilla Lopez. Camilla attends Varsity Lakes Middle School. Her principal is Dr. Chevenix Anderson Thomas, and school resource officers are Deputy Mitchell Doherty and Deputy Brandon Aristide. And with those with Camilla, please come up front and we'll share her story. Camilla is an 8th grader at Varsity Lakes Middle School. Teacher Kathleen Taylor writes, Camilla is an amazing young lady who deserves recognition. She is my 8th grade physical science class and has been a pivotal member in our classroom. There are 5 monolingual Spanish-speaking students in the class who were brand new to our school and looked terrified to be there on their first day. Camilla stepped up to translate and assist her classmates as they acclimated to their new environment. She is always willing to assist and advocate for her classmates. Camilla, thank you for always being there for your classmates. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Next up, we're honoring 2 students together, Edel Morales Serrano and Ladaria Brown. Let's have a round of applause for Edel and Ladaria. Edel and Ladaria attend Varsity Lakes Middle School. Edel is a 7th grader and Ladaria is in the 6th grade. And will those with Edel and Ladaria please come up front? Edel and Ladaria were nominated by their principal, Dr. Chevenese Anderson Thomas, who writes, "While waiting on our late buses in the cafeteria, I noticed several tables with candy wrappers. These wrappers were left on the table by students who were also waiting for the bus and left our cafeteria tables messy. As the students were still waiting for their buses, I got on the microphone and asked for volunteers to help clean up. Edel and Ladaria were the only two students who readily raised their hands and asked if they could help. A few other students asked why they should bother to clean up other students' messes, and yet another group of students asked what they'd be getting for cleaning up the trash from the tables. By the time I could answer the students that wanted to be rewarded for cleaning the trash, Edel and Ladaria were done cleaning and ran back to their seats as they informed me the tables were now all clean. I thanked the two students and asked them that they head to the restroom to wash their hands. I am very pleased with their civilian behavior and wholeheartedly recommend them for a Do the Right Thing award." Edel and Ladaria, you showed true maturity by helping without expecting to be rewarded. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Kevion Johnson is next. Let's have a round of applause for Kevion Johnson. Kevion attends Buckingham Exceptional Student Center. His principal is Dr. Vicki Gohagan Mosley, and school resource officer is Deputy Vanessa Griffin. And with those with Kevion, please come up front. Teacher Alexandria Osorio writes, "Kevion is such a phenomenal individual. Our class is beyond happy to have him in our school family. Kevion goes out of his way each and every day to help his classmates and teachers. When Kevion sees that a classmate needs extra assistance or guidance, he is the first person to help. Often you can hear Kevion cheering on his classmates to encourage their participation in instruction. What really stands out about Kevion is his ability to praise his classmates and teachers. Kevion has so much love to give, and our class is so happy to be on the receiving end of it. If you could only see him on a daily basis, you would see what an incredible student Kevion really is. Kevion, thank you for always helping your classmates and singing their praises when they deserve it. You certainly deserve this award, and the Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you." Trayvon Johnson is next. Let's have a round of applause for Trayvon Johnson. Trayvon attends Buckingham Exceptional Student Center and is Kevion's younger brother. And with those with Trayvon, please come up front. We got to tell your story first, bud. Those with Trayvon, please come up front. Trayvon is a sixth grader at Buckingham Exceptional Student Center. Teacher Marty Domansky writes, "Each day Trayvon greets peers and staff with a big smile and a friendly hello. Trayvon is always helpful throughout the school day. He cleans up the classroom by sweeping and organizing. He also helps retrieve the meal cart during breakfast and lunchtime. At the end of the school day, during bus time, Trayvon helps his teachers by placing communication notebooks in his classmates' backpacks so the students have everything they need to go home. Trayvon is very talented and uses his imagination to create beautiful art pieces and craft items. He is a smart student who is truly loved by all at Buckingham Exceptional Student Center. I believe Trayvon is truly deserving of this award. And Trayvon, so does everyone else here today. Congratulations. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Giovanni Carmona is next. Let's have a round of applause for Giovanni Carmona. Giovanni attends Buckingham Exceptional Student Center where he's in the 7th grade. And with those with Giovanni, please come up front. Teacher Kaylee Schneider writes, Giovanni began attending Buckingham Exceptional Student Center last year for the first time after being homeschooled most of his life. This was a big change for Giovanni, and he slightly struggled to adjust to his new schedule. Fast forward to now, and Gio has taken this school year by storm. Gio arrives to his classroom smiling each day, and he's a great helper too. He holds the door for his friends and his teachers. He's great at taking turns and passes items to his classmates in a friendly way. Gio is also involved in his class's beverage business, where he helps make and deliver beverages to various staff members around our school campus. Quite simply put, Gio is a superstar. Excellent job, Gio. Keep up the great work. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Leonardo Yanez is next. Let's have a round of applause for Leonardo Yanez. Leonardo attends Sunshine Elementary. His principal is Aaron Brandow, and school resource officer is Deputy Rodolphus Hall. And with those with Leonardo, please come up front. Leonardo is a 4th grader at Sunshine Elementary. Teacher Rihanna Guyette writes, I have heard from countless teachers that Leo is always going above and beyond to help others. Leo opens doors for teachers, helps lost students find their way, and assists every teacher inside and outside of the classroom. Leo even makes sure that if he finds a lost item, it immediately gets turned in so it can be returned to its owner as quickly as possible. Leo is always prepared, organized, and ready to participate in class. I am so thankful and proud of Leo and can always rely on him. Leo, your teacher calls you a shining star, and we can see why. Congratulations. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Adiam Montalvo Martinez is next. Let's have a round of applause for Adiam Montalvo Martinez. Adiam attends Sunshine Elementary, where he's in the 4th grade. And will those with Adiyam please come up front? Teacher Lori O'Hara writes, the start of a new school year can be chaotic and confusing, both for students and school staff. Student attitudes can be a huge influence on how things go in the classroom. Adiyam came to class the very first day with a positive attitude. He pays attention and tries his best. In addition, Adiyam is one of the most helpful students I know. He's always wanting to help both his classmates and his teachers. For example, he will rush to make sure he holds doors for me when a class is moving through the building. And he's also responsible enough to make sure the doors and gates close all the way behind him. When a student loses a book or binder, Adiyam is one of the first students to look around to see if he can find it. He's also responsible about reminding me of things when necessary. Adiyam truly makes our classroom a better place. Way to go, Adiyam. We love your positive attitude. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Aaliyah Rivera is next. Let's have a round of applause for Aaliyah Rivera. Oh. She's a little shy. It's okay. All right, let's applause again for Aaliyah Rivera. All right, Aaliyah. Aaliyah attends Sunshine Elementary, where she is a kindergartner. And with those with Aaliyah, please come up front and we'll share her story. Teacher Jen Jamaica writes, each day Aaliyah comes in with a smile and tells me how she has helped several other kindergarten students find their classrooms because they looked lost and she wanted to keep them safe. Aaliyah is always there to lend a helping hand if one of her classmates is struggling. Recently, Aaliyah had a pair of headphones that no longer fit her, and instead of taking them home, she asked me if she could give them to a student who did not have any. Aaliyah is always doing her best to do the right thing without hesitation or being prompted. She's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. Aaliyah makes me so proud to be her teacher and know I can count on her to be kind, considerate, and loving to her classmates and all that she encounters. Aaliyah, that's so wonderful. You gave your headphones away to somebody that could use them. You're a great kid, and the Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Tristan Petrarca is next. Let's have a round of applause for Tristan Petrarca. Tristan attends Rama C. Page Elementary. His principal is Valerie Scheckler, and school resource officer is Deputy Annie Allen. And will those with Tristan please come up front? I think Tristan's happy to be here. What do you think? Tristan's a second grader at Ramus C. Page Elementary. His principal, Valerie Scheckler, writes, a couple of weeks ago, Tristan realized that one of his classmates was not in the bus room where he belonged and took the initiative to inform the teachers about the missing student. He showed concern and responsibility, ensuring that his teachers were aware so they could take action to find the student. This is truly a great example of a second grader doing the right thing. The other student, who speaks limited English, is new to the school and had not gone to the correct room. Tristan alerted the teachers quickly that the student was not in the bus room and went directly back to his homeroom teacher to see if the student was still in the classroom. This alerted the teachers to locate the student. The student had mistakenly joined up with the wrong bus group. The teachers with that aftercare bus group didn't recognize the student and sent him back to the second grade hallway where the second grade teachers were quickly able to find him. Tristan was alert and responsible, showing a caring and supporting spirit. Excellent job looking out for others, Tristan. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you.
Number 22 is here.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we're going to honor two students together, Mary Echeverria and Madeline Carrillo Osorio. Let's have a round of applause for Mary and Madeline. Mary and Madeline both attend River Hall Elementary. Their principal is Scott Cook, and school resource officer is Deputy Ed Vandal. And will those with Mary and Madeline please come forward? Mary and Madeline are both fifth graders at River Hall Elementary. The girls were nominated by their assistant principal, Amanda Canada, who writes, on just the second day of school, a kindergarten student got off the wrong bus stop. Since then, Mary and Madeline have been instrumental in assisting this student, sitting with the student on the school bus, and ensuring the student is dropped off at the appropriate bus stop. Mary and Madeline also assist in the bus room where students of every grade wait until they're called to walk to the bus. I am very proud to nominate both Mary and Madeline for being excellent bus buddies. Mary and Madeline, I'm sure it's terrifying for a kindergartner to get off at the wrong bus stop. Thank you for making sure it's not happening anymore to this student. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Up next is Jeriah St. Louis. Let's have a round of applause for Jeriah St. Louis. Jeriah attends Manatee Elementary. Her principal is Dr. Jeff Spiro, and school resource officer is Deputy Max Pico. And with those with Jeriah, please come up front. Jeriah is a fifth grader at Manatee Elementary. Science coach Michael Cochran writes, every morning when Jeriah enters the school, she has an enormous smile on her face. She is incredibly polite, kind, and helpful. After our very first science lab of the year, Jeriah voluntarily cleaned all of the equipment that the students used for our experiment. She worked on all of that for at least 15 minutes all by herself. This was a huge help to me because I needed the equipment for the next class. This was not a surprise to me, though. Jariah is incredibly well behaved in all of her classes. I believe she is well deserving of this award, not only for the help she provided me, but because we can always count on her to do the right thing. Jariah, your teacher, also adds you're a wonderful example for all the students at Manatee. Great job. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Sean Young is next. Let's have a round of applause for Sean Young. Oh, I got a smile on his face now. All right. Come on down, Sean. Sean attends Manatee Elementary, where he is a pre-kindergartner. And with those with Sean, please come up front. Teacher Jessica Ambrose writes, Sean is a rock star in my pre-K class. Sean is responsible, kind, and always polite and respectful. Sean is an excellent listener and follows directions. He makes safe choices in the classroom, in the hallway, and on the playground. Sean listens when we are learning and asks excellent questions. He is a great helper in class and is a role model for his friends. We are lucky to have Sean as part of our family. Sean, you are by far the youngest rock star I know, but keep leading by example. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Valentina Bell is next. Let's have a round of applause for Valentina Bell. Valentina attends the Sanibel School, where her principal is Jennifer Lusk. And with those with Valentina, please come up front. Valentina is a 7th grader at the Sanibel School. Principal Lusk writes, Valentina should win the Do the Right Thing Award for outstanding commitment to positive behavior and leadership. As the first middle school student to complete her C's card for the school year, she has consistently demonstrated kindness, helpfulness, and a dedication to arriving on time and prepared for school. Val's actions set a powerful example for her peers, showing that making positive choices and going above and beyond can have a lasting impact on the school community. Her achievement highlights her strong character and the differences that she is making every day. Val, your principal says you make positive choices all the time, and that's something that will take you far in life. Keep it up. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Jillian Davis is next. Let's have a round of applause for Jillian Davis. Jillian attends the Sanibel School, where she's in the 8th grade. Will those with Jillian please come up front? Principal Lusk writes, While at our first basketball game of the season, Sanibel was playing against Lexington's gym. While attending the game, Jillian witnessed a gentleman drop $150. Without hesitating, Jillian scooped up the money and returned it to him. We appreciate her honesty. Jillian is a good student, a nice person, and a true athlete. In fact, she's a competitive soccer player that one day wants to play soccer at the University of North Carolina. Jillian is a role model and inspiration for younger students. Her demeanor may be reserved, but her actions speak loudly. Jillian, thank you for your honesty and best of luck in your soccer career. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Evan Knuckles is next. Let's have a round of applause for Evan Knuckles. Evan attends the Sanibel School where he's in the 7th grade. And with those with Evan, please come forward. Principal Lusk writes, every summer the Knuckles family visits their grandma in Blairsburg, Georgia. They'll go to nearby pawn shops and thrift stores for board games or some little trinket or two. The kids love looking at old stuff, and sometimes they find a great deal or a new game. They were at a pawn shop doing their thing when a young woman and her baby came into the pawn shop. Evan stated she looked a bit disheveled and her car outside was in bad shape. She was trying to pawn what looked like her wedding or engagement ring. The pawn shop must have offered very little, and she became upset leaving the pawn shop. Evan was very concerned and spoke to his father, who explained to him how they would not give her very much for the items and how pawning worked. Evan asked if he could give her some money to help her out, as he was worried about her and her baby and felt bad that she was trying to sell something that she loved. Evan's father gave him money, and Evan walked up to her as she was getting into her car. She was very thankful and told Evan how much that would help her and her baby. Evan, you have true empathy for others and did a very good deed in this instance. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Maria Giraldo is next. Let's have a round of applause for Maria Giraldo. Maria attends South Fort Myers High School. Her principal is Ed Matthews, and school resource officer are Deputy Edwin Antoine and Deputy Matthew Mikesell. And will those with Maria please come up front? Maria is a sophomore at South Fort Myers High School. Her assistant principal, Dr. Marty Iovine, writes, on the first day of school, our South Fort Myers High students were using technology assessing schedules via their cell phones on Focus and using cell phones to enter QR codes and Where's the Bus app on transportation. Maria, one of our amazing sophomores, knew exactly what to do. In the middle of all the excitement, someone lost their cell phone. Maria went to Dr. Iovine and told her that she found the cell phone on the hallway floor and knew that a student would need it, and also knew the student would be upset or sad without their phone. Maria did the right thing, and we are extremely proud of her. Maria, that's definitely leading by example, and we say thank you from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Henry Stoller is next. Let's have a round of applause for Henry Stoller. Henry attends Three Oaks Elementary School. His principal is Candace Alivato, and school resource officers, Deputy William Weaver. And with those with Henry, please come forward and we'll share his story. Henry is a fourth grader at Three Oaks Elementary. Clinic assistant Deborah Vitelli writes, I had 2 gift cards in my pocket to Ford's Garage that were gifted to me. At some point during the day, I lost them both through my own carelessness. I thought they were gone forever. The next morning, Henry came into the office stating that he had found a $50 gift card and wanted to turn it in. He had taken it home and was kind enough to bring it back to school and turn it in. I just so happened to be in my office when he turned it in. It would have been so easy for him to keep the gift card, but that's not who Henry is. He's a great young man, and his parents should be proud. Excellent job, Henry. Thank you for your honesty and your compassion. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Ian Mikesell is next. Let's have a round of applause for Ian Mikesell. Ian attends Lehigh Elementary School. His principal is Jackson Morgan, and school resource officer is Deputy Shane Nelson. And with those with Ian, please come up front. Ian is a second grader at Lehigh Elementary. Teacher Barbara Bittner writes, Ian's friend brought a $100 bill to class and gave it to Ian at the end of the school day. Ian took the money home and talked to his parents about the right thing to do. Ian brought the money back to school the next morning and handed it to his teacher. As it turns out, the parents of the other student did not know that he had taken the money to school in the first place. Needless to say, the parents of Ian's friend were thrilled and relieved that Ian did the right thing. And by the way, Ian and his generous classmate are still friends. Thank you, Ian. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. Thanks, man. Up next, we're honoring 2 students together, Toby Kroll and Nico Rodriguez. Let's have a round of applause for Toby and Nico. Toby attends Gateway High School. His principal is Nikita Watson, and school resource officers are Corporal Garfield Young and Deputy Chris Capitelli. Nico attends South Fort Myers High School. His principal is Ed Matthews, and school resource officers are Deputy Edwin Antoine and Deputy Matt Mikesell. And will those with Nico and Toby please come up front? Nico's mother, Crystal Childs, nominated the students and writes, Toby and Nico were supposed to do work for a lady named Wendy. Wendy was not answering her phone, and rather than think that they just didn't have to do any work that day, he contacted Wendy's friend Kathy, who drove over to Wendy's house with them. When they got there, Wendy was passed out on the floor. Kathy was distraught and did not know what to do. She had Nico roll her over on her side and felt for a pulse and called 911. They followed the 911 operator's instructions until EMS arrived and transported Wendy to the hospital. If Toby had not called Wendy's friend out of concern and Nico had not reacted the way he did to help Kathy, things could have turned out much worse. Toby and Nico sensed something wasn't right and went with their gut feeling. Toby and Nico, that was a very heads-up move, and you may very well have saved a life that day. From all of us, thank you very much. And our final winner this month is Luke Macrum. Let's have a round of applause for Luke Macrum. Luke is in the 3rd grade and is homeschooled through the home education program. And will those with Luke please come up front? Luke was nominated by Holly Moffett, who writes, Luke and his dad were on a boat ride on a canal in Cape Coral when they saw a car drive into the water. They raced over in their boat and together with the help of nearby construction workers were able to get the man into their boat and assist emergency workers in getting him off the boat to safety. The man had suffered a medical episode while driving and lost consciousness before landing in the canal. Luckily for him, Luke and his dad were Johnny on the spot, rescued him, and made sure he was brought to safety and attended to immediately. Luke, I'm sure that driver is very thankful for you and your dad, as we all are. Great job. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is very proud of you. And that concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations to all our winners behind me. Let's give our students one big final standing ovation.
These letters just arrived from